I got a life-changing conversation in November leading up to this new year. And it was from a friend that was like a mother to me. And she said, "Don't change for nobody, Alex. You're gonna be who you're gonna be. I see nothing wrong with you." And my whole life, I thought that there was something wrong with me. Why is he so positive? Why is he always smiling? Is there something wrong with him? Is he retarded? I've heard that's just only 0.1% of what I heard throughout my life, right? And then I realized maybe there's something wrong with other people. And then I started to see a lot of people have the same problems because they have good hearts. And a lot of people have this thing that I hear about commonly. They try too hard to see the good in everybody, but you want to see the real in somebody. You want to see things for what they are. And the moment that you do that, then you can make better choices to easily move on with your life. But what happens when you're insecure, you don't want to move on to the next level. You stay stagnant. Well, then at that point, it's not the other person holding you back, it's yourself. And accountability is extremely important to teach children because there's a lot of young adults to old people that still don't understand that. Whether it's a manager, whether it's your own parents, you know, they tell you to do something that they do themselves, but they expect you to do it better or not to do it. So it becomes hypocrisy. And a lot of these things are unconscious, but regardless if it's unconscious or conscious, it's still what it is, accepting things for what it is. And you and I, as an individual, can shift the paradigm by doing better for ourselves. Sometimes that's the only way. You can't change and fix people. So when I decided to live a life that was fulfilling, I knew that eventually people were going to catch up because they can't deny what they see with their two eyes, no matter if they try. And even if they did, are these the people you really want to be around with? And so I found a lot of personal freedom. It did not happen overnight. One of my favorite quotes from Bruce Lee is, "I don't live up to your expectations. You don't live up to mine." You gotta look at what people expect out of you, that they are going to do the same for you. Now, there's some people that have honor and integrity in this world, and they might go to extremes to do so. They might be the person that asks you to do something that they themselves will do. But it's up to you to decide if it's right for your soul and your heart. Because if not, why does it matter? If things don't feed your soul, why does it matter? Why is it a physical matter or a thing in your life? So I learned how to not be delusional. And because I talk about accountability, I might say or do something that hurt other people without realizing I do. But it's up to the person to communicate with me effectively, clearly, directly, so that I can acknowledge it. And if I make a mistake, I'm just a human being, but if I continue to make that mistake, well, then I say to myself, well, that's just who I am. That's just my personality. The guy that's an asshole might be loved by his own people. The chicks might love that guy too. But as long as he is being himself authentically, that's on him, that's his life. And we had to accept that person, that girl or guy for who they are. Just like with me. When I looked at the world and I saw what was stressing people out the most, I wasn't trying to be different. I was just observant of what was happening that caused a lot of negativity in someone's life. So then I didn't want to prove anything to anybody. I looked at what the common issue was, and I decided to shift that and make things better for myself. And so I feel like what exists in this world, the good, the bad, helps us see when it rains. It helps us see when it snows, you know. And I just want to share this with you guys because the acceptance of oneself is extremely important in this world. It's extremely important if you have children. Children see everything and they will learn from you. But Even as a kid growing up in a slightly broken home, I still had made a choice to be a better person. It's not just about the environment. It's a person's personal choice. It's what interests the other person. You know what I mean? I wasn't trying to hang out with everybody because I felt overwhelmed. And no matter how hard I tried to push myself to spend time with certain people, I just kept feeling tired. I kept yawning, and eventually I wasn't having fun. And I told myself, if I felt good by myself, that's my own energy, my own reality template. And I would rather be that way than to be around bad company. And a lot of people get bored. I don't know how people get bored. I'm always finding something to do, and I'm also looking for something to learn. If you're learning something new, the history, the how to fix things, I mean, you can never go wrong, you know? And it's the same thing with fixing my own issues. I'm always researching, how do I deal with difficult people, the subconscious mind. I'm always evolving, elevating, and growing. Therefore, that will either push or pull people to me. But it's my story to tell.